Welcome to Cortina d'Ampezzo in the Italian Dolomites in northern Italy, as the Pearl of the Dolomites plays host to the Para-Alpine skiing program of the Milano Cortina 2026 Paralympic Winter Games. The fabled Olympia Teletofana course is the stage for the world's best para-athletes to show us their skills. And it is the Para-Alpine Alpine combined day, and there are 6 gold medals to be awarded, 3 for the women, 3 for the men, across 3 sport classes: vision impairment, standing and sitting. And the Alpine combined, comprising of a super giant slalom run, which happened earlier on day 4 of these Paralympic Winter Games, and now the slalom run, and the 2 times from the 2 runs are added together to give us our medalists. The athletes go in reverse order from the first run, so the quickest will go at last. Here is the weather, and at the start it is still just about below freezing, with this cloud cover giving the snow some sort of protection. That at the bottom it will be just above freezing, so the snow will start to be melting, just under 5 degrees, but much better temperatures compared to other days of competition.
A little bit cooler, which will help keep that snow surface hard packed. Perfect conditions for the races.
Well, for the first time, those in the audience at the bottom might have to put on a jumper or a jacket to protect them against the chill. The brilliant sunshine of previous days not with us today. So the fans at the bottom will get a good look at this slalom track as it works its way down. They won't be able to see the start. That's up, as you're looking up the hill, around to the right behind those trees. But as they come down through there, they will hit a wall of noise. Women's Alpine combined, vision impaired, the second of the 2 runs. It is a slalom course that will decide the destiny of the medals. The women's Alpine combined, vision impaired start list, and the 9 racers from run 1 going in reverse order. And Menna Fitzpatrick will get us underway, but the champion from 2022, Henrietta Farkasova, is retired. So keep an eye out for Alina Stari. She won the only World Cup Alpine combined, while Matzel in second place is the reigning world champion in Alpine combined. Fantastic view of the jagged peaks of the Dolomites. Let's have a look at the course then. And they start at 15 meters, working their way down to just over 1,500 meters. And there are 51 gates, 49 of them turning ones, and the course is set by Thomas Frey of France. And this was taken a little earlier on today. You can see the beautiful flat nature of this track. And over this terrain change, they will then work their way down in towards the finish area. It's set up beautifully.
The start hut of the slalom has a relatively flat surface, which will mean there are some rhythmic turns straight out of that gate. But as they come down across the pitch, look for the speeds to start accelerating, and the importance of moving from turn to turn really quickly.
Yeah, alternating blue and red gates. The idea for the skier is to go around the gates, a straddle. If one ski goes one side of the gate and the other ski the other side of the gate, that will be a disqualification.
Come on, Manna. Let's go, Manna. Shoot on the gate. Come on. Go. Yeah. Come on.
Menna Fitzpatrick and her guide, Katie Gass, get the women's Alpine combined, vision impaired slalom race underway. Fitzpatrick was ninth in the supergiant slalom race a little earlier on day 4 of competition.
A large deficit of 13.9 seconds. So for Fitzpatrick and Guest, it's about going hard and seeing how much time they can catch up on through this slalom.
Well, they have the best of the conditions. This is absolutely pancake flat for Fitzpatrick, and an opportunity for her to really try and put some time on the board through the vertical flush, coming across the section. And you can see from this angle that it's not the steepest of runs. And Fitzpatrick, a couple of gates from home, sets a combined time of 2:20.88, 50.44 for the slalom. Eva Nikou and her guide Dimitris Provensas from Greece next on course. And their start, well, their lead over Fitzpatrick at the start was 2.96 seconds. There are two intermediates on this track. Here comes the first of them now, and 2.96 has been cut by half a second, so still plenty in the tank for Nikou, who was fourth in the only Alpine combined on the World Cup this year.
Dynamic moves from the pairing, navigating nicely down this course. Great communication between both athletes.
The lead down to 1.8. It's important for the guy to ski around the gate, otherwise it's going to rebound back into the athlete's face. 2:19.48, she goes top 1.4 seconds faster.
Let's go, man. Come on. Ready? Set. Go. Ready? Set. Up, 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 up.
Meg Gustafsson and her brother Spencer out on track. Their lead over Nikou and Provensas, 1.29 seconds.
Spencer encouraging Meg to really get on that outside ski, be really dynamic from one gate to the next.
And she increases her lead by 0.38 of a second.
A little hiccup and the athletes have separated, Meg and Spencer. It'll be important to communicate so Spencer doesn't get too far away and where they may be disqualified. He's done a good job of holding that speed now.
And she finds another half a second on Nikou. So this is good skiing from Gustafsson. Final few gates then for the American, 2:17.49. Really good time, not the quickest, nearly 9/10 slower than Fitzpatrick.
Ready? Go.
Martina Vozza and her guide Jelena Sabeduzzi from Italy next on track. 3.11 seconds in the bank from the Super G run over our leader Gustafsson.
A great start from Vozza and Sabeduzzi, really dancing from turn to turn, jumping off one ski edge onto the next. You can see that pace that they're generating down this course.
Third at the World Championships in slalom in 2022. She finished the World Cup season standings third, and she is taking time. She is absolutely flying now. She's taken another 2.48 seconds out of Gustafsson. Building all the time, and that's a really quick time, the quickest time by some distance. 2:10.51. That's over 3 seconds quicker than Fitzpatrick.
Sarah Choi and her guide, you and me.
Okay. Ready? Go.
Choi Sarah and Unmi with just 19 hundredths of a second. The advantage over Vozza from the first run, and Vozza was really dynamic down this track. Choi looking like she's being a little bit more tentative, and it's reflected in the clock.
Choi's line is not quite as direct, which means he's skiing a wider line around the course, travelling extra distance, not quite as aggressive as Votsa was down the course.
1:55.07, and it's out to 2.14 now. So lost 2.33 since the start. And Choi stops the clock at 2:13.86, 3.35 seconds off the pace, goes into second for the time being.
13:86.
Ready? Go.
Alexandra Rexova of Slovakia and her guy, Matas Duris, the next to go. Their advantage over Votsa, our leader, 81 hundredths of a second. Now Rexova has 2 medals from 2 races here at Milano Cortina 2026. Can she keep that run going?
You can see the dynamic movement between both athletes, really jumping from one ski to the next. Really great direct line from Rexova. Guide Duris doing a great job of missing the gates so that Rexova can take them straight down.
That said, though, she's lost over half of her advantage. And at the second split, oh yes, she regains some of that. She stems the flow of time away from her and is putting in a really good run, looking to take the lead away from Votsa, 3 gates from home. And Rexova has done it, 1.26, quickest time. She goes into top spots with 3 to come.
Ready? Go.
Elina Stari of Austria and her guide Stefan Winter, the next to challenge. 2.96 their advantage over Rexova at the start of this course. And Stari, well, she has been the standout slalom racer on the World Cup this year. She needs a big run here to try and put pressure on those to come, especially her compatriot, Veronika Eigner. She's actually lost 2 hundredths of a second of her advantage, so she needs to dial into the middle of this track.
No.
Clean skiing, but perhaps could be a little bit more aggressive to really try and get some advantage and take that time away from Metzel and Eigner still to come.
Well, a little mistake as the top of body gets rotated, pushes her wide. Stari looks to regain the line. She'll take the lead and takes it by 3.60 seconds. 2:05.65, the new time to beat. She's got herself a medal. Question is, what colour? Chiara Mazzo of Italy and her guide Nicola Cotti-Catini out on track, second quickest after the Super G run. Their advantage over Elina Stari of Austria, who currently leads the way, 1.71 seconds after that first run.
It's a great margin to have coming into the slalom after the Super G run. Metzel and Cotti-Catini clean and moving nicely down this course.
Extending their lead by 3 hundredths of a second. That's absolutely fine for Matzel, who already has 2 medals to her name here in Milano Cortina 2026. And that's just dropped now. Lost nearly a second between intermediate 1 and intermediate 2. Needs to be on point on these final turns.
Oh, a little bubble there.
2:05.65, the time to beat. She's done it by 0.84. Matzel can do no worse than silver. Veronika Eigner of Austria and her guide Lilly Sammer out on track. Eigner led after the Super G leg by 1.06 seconds, and they are in full attack mode at the top of this slalom leg.
Really dynamic, aggressive skiing. Really tight line from Eigner and Sammer.
She's taken 0.84 of a second out of the rest of the field on just the first few turns. This is brilliant skiing.
Eigner's line the most direct we have seen, cutting off as much distance as possible, really enabling you to travel less distance and accelerate as quickly as possible.
Well, she's taken a second out of the field between intermediate 1 and 2.
Sammer doing a great job with the guiding, really dynamic and allowing Eigner to follow.
Take a bow, Veronika Eigner. That is superlative skiing. She's won it by a huge margin, 3.06 seconds. That is extraordinary slalom skiing. She's taken 2 seconds out of the field in 45 seconds.
An incredible slalom run.
Starry, the first to come across and congratulate her, along with Stefan Winter. That is truly exceptional. Madsel picking up yet another medal, her third of these games. And Alina Starry, her first Paralympic Winter Game medal, with a bronze in the Alpine combined. So the women's Alpine combined vision impaired result. Gold for Veronika Eigner and Lilly Sammer of Austria. Chiara Madsel and her guide Nicola Coticatini of Italy, the silver medal. And Alina Starry of Austria and her guide Stefan Winter, the bronze. Women's Alpine combined standing. The second run, the slalom part of the Alpine combined. Let's have a look at the start list. And 14 of the 15 that started the Super G run start the slalom run. The Paralympic champion and world champion Ebba Arcia was quickest after the Super G run, so she will go last. Arcia has never lost an Alpine combined race in which she has participated.
Ready? Go.
Guo Xiaxin of the People's Republic of China out of the start hut. 14th quickest from the first run.
Well, when she's gone down, just coming over that pitch, looks like she's just slid out.
Have another look. Yeah, just too much weight on the inside ski. On that terrain change, didn't read it. The athletes only have an inspection run, or slide, I should say. Really important. Take it all in. Ali Johnson of the United States of America, 13th quickest after the first run. The 31-year-old in her second Paralympic Winter Games. Giant slalom is her, well, I was going to say her favorite discipline. It's the discipline in which she's had her best results.
Johnson just a little heavy on the ski. One of the key elements of slalom is being light on the feet, really being able to jump from one edge to the other to dance around those poles as quickly as possible.
Yeah, and to do the turning above the gate if you can, so you can then take that straight line better here. Oh,
Does a good job to make it through that flush. It will have cost some time.
She will set the time. 2:26.84. Anna Maria Rieder of Germany, the next to go. Rieder's advantage over Johnson, who leads the way from the super giant slalom run, 0.94 of a second. Second in the slalom standings on the World Cup this year. Rieder's extended her lead. She's taken 2 seconds out of Johnson between the start hut and the first intermediate. Here comes the second split time, and up to 7.94 seconds now, the advantage.
Cleanly through the flush, a nice rhythmical run.
You can see how slalom-specific skiers can really take time out of the speed skiers in an Alpine combined, and Rieder lowers the best time by 10.89 seconds. Sheni Vaspi of Israel, the next to challenge, 0.29 of a second, her advantage over Rieder, our leader. And look, for the one-legged skiers, the body takes an absolute battering, doesn't it?
They are usually wearing a lot of padding in a lot of different areas.
Taking a lot of the hits in the upper of the right arm. Well, you just have to have padding there, otherwise you'd be black and blue by the time you got to the bottom.
The protective equipment. And these slalom gates, they have a sneaky way of finding the 1 or maybe 2 spots that aren't covered by protective gear.
Nice and straight through the verticale. 7.24, the wrong side of the clock. Good skiing from Vaspi through the last flush. Over the line, 2:26.28, goes into second place. Hondo Ami of Japan, the next to race. 3.98 seconds, her advantage over Rieder from the first run, the Super G run.
Really dynamic skiing here from Hondo, moving nicely down this course.
Yeah, she's lost nearly 1 3/4 seconds on those opening turns. And now 1.83. So this is a classic example of a speed racer having just enough in the bank potentially to offset the skills of the slalom skier. 2:15.95. Yeah, by 0.91, Hondo goes top. Michaela Gosna of Canada, the next to challenge. 3/4 of a second, her advantage over Hondo Ami after the Super G run. Gosna, best finish in Beijing was 4th in the slalom, and she's added 1/4 of a second to her advantage. So Goslin
really flowing nicely down this rhythmical section of the course. Here we have the quick directional change coming up.
The advantage up to 1.09 at the second split. Guzman looking to go top of the pile. 2:15.04, and she's in by 1.85 seconds, taking time out of the rest of those at the bottom all the way down. Andrea Roffers of Germany, 62 hundredths her advantage over Michaela Gosnat from the supergiant run. Paralympic champion in slalom in 2014. Been on the podium at every Paralympic Winter Games since 2006. And the advantage 1.15.
Rothfuss's slalom skills really showing here as a Paralympic champion. She's lost the guard, but she continues on.
Taking a couple of hits to that forearm. 0.88 of a second, lost a little bit in those final turns. But she's top of the pile. And just slides off the front of her left arm. Claire Petit of the Netherlands, 0.24 of a second quicker than our current leader, who is Andrea Roffers of Germany. Now Petit is 7th in the only Alpine combined on the World Cup this season, and sees the 0.24 advantage turn into a 0.28 deficit, so losing over half a second on those first turns. Now 1.68 off the pace. Not as comfortable on the short ski as she is on the longer ski.
Athletes will have their favourites, that's for sure.
2:15.24, fourth place for Petit for the time being. Still have the sixth fastest from the Super G run still to challenge. Audrey Crowley of the United States of America next on course. Nearly a second advantage over Roffers, our leader from the Super G earlier on. And that just drops by 0.05 of a second to 0.87. So some good turns from the American. Here comes the second time split. Ooh, half a second gone. So needs to be on point on these final turns. (2:12.31). She's going to get inside, is she? Oh, 1/100th of a second. Crowley goes into top spot. Roffers can't believe it. Oh, she needed all of that advantage, didn't she? Well, not quite all of it.
Almost all of it. Every ounce of it.
We can't believe it in the finish area. Zhang Mengqiu from the People's Republic of China, the next to go. 5 medals from 4 years ago, a silver in the slalom and the Alpine combined. So, what can Zhang find here? 0.23 of a second, the advantage over Crowley at the start. Well, she's found half a second, a little more than that, in the opening turns. And it's a balancing act, isn't it, between attacking the time at the bottom of the course and trying to put pressure on the time at the top of the course.
It really depends on the individual athlete's strategy and what their focus is. If she wants to push for the podium, then you have to push hard and be aggressive to make up that time.
She's found a second between intermediate 1 and intermediate 2. Great skiing from Zhang. Will it be enough to deliver a medal for her? 1.4 through the right side of the clock for Zhang Mengyu, and she is delighted with 4 to come. She's asked a question. Zhu Wenjing from the People's Republic of China, 0.36. Her advantage over her compatriot and teammate Zhang Mengyu, who leads the way as we enter the fastest 4 from the Super G earlier on. She was nearly 6 seconds slower than Arsha, the leader after Super G, and she's lost just 0.04 of a second of the advantage she held over Zhang. Campi Deceptive doesn't look to be moving quite as quickly as Zhang, and that's reflected as she loses 1800ths of the advantage. This could be pretty close.
Just holding onto that ski edge a fraction too long.
A lot of turning being done after the gate, 2:10.87, but she's got there, 1800ths. She maintained that to the end. Xu gives herself a chance of a medal.
Let's do it. Come on. Ready?
Kelsey O'Driscoll of the United States of America, 3rd quickest from the first run, 2.17 seconds faster on the Super G run than Zhu Wenjing, our current leader.
That's a great margin to take into the slalom run. Gives you, oh, she has made a big error there, dropping low. Let's see if that costs her on the clock.
Yeah, it has cost her, because if you ski racing, you're going to make errors. If you make an error, you want it to be on a steep section so you don't lose speed. If you make an error on a flat section, I'm afraid it's game over.
Has wiped a lot of that speed off O'Driscoll's ski, and she's picked up and gotten back on the line, but that may have cost her the opportunity to be on the podium.
Yeah, 1.32 now to make up, and Zhu, in her first Paralympic Winter Games, could well be winning her first Paralympic Winter Games medal, because O'Driscoll is not going to beat her time. It's come and gone. And O'Driscoll goes 6th, 2.71, just too many errors in that second run. Aurélie Richard of France, 3.83 seconds. Her advantage over Zhu Wenjing of the People's Republic of China after the Super G run.
Moving nicely. Can she turn the 2 silvers from the speed races into a gold in the Alpine combined?
And she's lost 6500ths of the advantage, but she's still got over 3 seconds in the bank. 1:54.88 is the next split, and now 3.34.
Really nice turns down this lower section of the course. She is pushing.
Final turns for Richard, and Richard will medal again. No worse than silver for the Frenchwoman. 3.51. There's going to be a big smile. There's always a big smile.
She's always happy. It's fantastic.
Eberhastia the best slalom skier on the World Cup this year, and with over 2 seconds in the bank to Aurélie Richard, who currently leads the way at the bottom of the hill.
Arjo absolutely stomped her Super G run, and she is stomping this slalom. She is moving quickly down this course.
She's found 1.5 seconds in the opening turns. Arjo won 9 out of 10 races on the World Cup this year. She's won 1 of 2, and she's found 3.5 seconds.
This is an absolute masterclass from Arjo. Beautiful skiing, tight line, direct and aggressive. She is quick.
She's done all the hard work, just needs to bring it home, and she is the Paralympic champion of the women's Alpine combined standing. It's a huge winning margin of over 7 seconds. Well, that was the disappointment of the bronze medal in the Super G. And that has been replaced by the joy of gold in the Alpine combined. Eva Arcia wins the women's Alpine combined standing at Milano Cortina 2026. Aurélie Richard, another medal for her, her 3rd silver in 3 races. And Zhu Wenjing from the People's Republic of China, well, she is on the Paralympic Winter Games podium for the very first time. So huge congratulations to Zhu Wenjing. Confirmation of the women's Alpine combined standing. Eva Arcia of Sweden takes the gold. Aurélie Richard of France the silver, and Zhu Wenjing from the People's Republic of China the bronze. A fantastic race for the women's Alpine combined standing. The women's Alpine combined sitting in Milano Cortina 2026. Let's have a look at the start list. 7 racers in it. Annalena Forster of Germany is the Alpine combined Paralympic champion and also the Alpine combined world champion. Pascal Seco of Spain won the only Alpine combined this season, and those two have been battling it out at the top of the standings in the first 2 races of these Paralympic Winter Games. Sailor O'Brien gets the women's Alpine combined sitting underway, the second of the 2 races to decide the medals. The 7 racers from the Super G run going in reverse order of their finishing. So O'Brien, the slowest of the 7. There's a big mistake on the terrain change. She's still in the gates though, so can continue, and so she should in her first Paralympic Winter Games. All about getting the experience. Oh no, and now she is out. Sailor O'Brien on the deck. What's happened here? Zhang Wenjing from the People's Republic of China out the start hut, 6th quickest after the Super G. The 23-year-old who was 2nd in slalom 4 years ago, looking to put some pressure on those to come.
The sit ski is also wearing a lot of protective equipment, as those gates generally will hit them on the inside aspect of that shoulder where their armpit sits.
Kind of interesting for Muraoka, who's coming from a broken left shoulder. But here it is Zhang Wenjing, who's doing a decent job on these turns. Very difficult to get this rig moving. helped by the shorter ski, and we have a time to shoot at 2:18.6.
2:18.0 against the marker for everyone else.
Fib 31, Anna Sowens of the United States of America. And Sowens, who made her World Cup debut in St. Moritz.
Gone down. Sowens will be a did not finish.
Yeah. So the two Americans sadly not finishing. Well, it's also a straddle, isn't it? She's gone round that gate the wrong way. Muraoka Momoka of Japan. Now her advantage over Zhang Wenjing, our leader, in the first one, 2.27 seconds. And just taking the hits to the arms.
Now the doctor said she couldn't crash.
Not allowed to fall over.
They didn't say she couldn't have Gates flung at her shoulder.
Yeah, she's recovering from a broken left shoulder, and she's lost 1.6 seconds in those opening turns. It's not really a surprise. And she's skiing a very rounded line and not taking the hit on the gates, which is the quickest line. And she started off taking the hits and then obviously decided that enough's enough. And back into it now, but lost 3 seconds to trail by 0.78.
Just had a rigger caught on the gate, managed to pull it out. Doing a good job navigating down this course.
Yeah, frustrating for her because she was a 3-time champion in Beijing and second in Super Combined, or Alpine Combined as it's now called, but just racing with an injury, not to be. 22.66. So to the fastest three from the Super G run, Liu Sitong, a massive 5.42 seconds advantage over Zhang Wenjing, her teammate and compatriot, who currently leads the way. China going to be guaranteed a medal whatever happens, because there's only 2 more after Liu, so even if Liu goes down, Zhang will pick up a medal.
Liu navigating nicely down this course. A tight, direct line should ensure she can extend that lead she's carrying and earn herself a place on the podium.
So 4.64 of the first split. Here comes split number 2, and the advantage is 4.71. So she finds a little bit of time in that middle section. And this is another solid run. Already 2 bronze medals to her name, and she's within a few gates of making it 3 bronze medals at least. And Liu Sitong goes into top spot, and with 2 to come, has herself a 3rd medal. So the top 2 from the Super G run next to race. Annalena Forster of Germany, second after the Super G, 1.59 seconds her advantage over Liu Sitong from China, who leads the way in this women's Alpine combined sitting. And Forster extends her lead by over half a second. A change in rig for Forster, who had the carbon fibre body around her seat for the downhill. Takes a big hit to the helmet.
Really nice rhythm from Forster. Moving quickly from turn to turn.
And she found nearly another half a second in that middle section. So she's been going at an average of half a second per sector. Can she keep that up? Well, she's going to win herself a medal. But how big is the margin? Oh, it's a whopping 2.85. That's a great run from Forster. And Forster, the best slalom skier on the World Cup this year, has asked a big question of Pascal Secco. That was the hit to the helmet. Audrey Pascal Secco from Spain out on course, quickest from the first run by 2.82 seconds over Forster of Germany. But Forster, the best slalom racer on the World Cup this year. Pascal Secco, the third best. These two have been in a battle royal in every race so far. And nearly half a second disappears from the advantage that Pascal Secco brought over from the Super G.
Pascal Secco's line just not quite as direct as Forster's, and that little bit of extra width on every single one of those gates will add up in time, not quite as fluid and rhythmical.
Where is she here? 1.19. This is going to be really close. Final few gates for Pascal Secco, who won the only Alpine combined of the season on the World Cup, but the time to beat is 2:11.68. Couple of gates from home for the Spaniard. Can she get a double gold here? She has got it by 0.46 of a second. A quick look up to the clock, and it will tell her that she is first. Superb skiing from Pascal Secco. Well, she was under pressure and she's delivered, hasn't she? Audrey Pascal Secco wins the women's Alpine combined sitting.
Earned herself the privilege of over a 2-second advantage going into that slalom run, and absolutely used every ounce of it.
Annalena Forster of Germany picking up the silver, and Liu Sitong the bronze. It's the same three on the podium in the women's sitting as these three continue to dominate. So the result then of the women's Alpine combined sitting: Audrey Pascal Secco of Spain takes the gold medal, her second of these Paralympic Winter Games. Annalena Forster of Germany, the silver medal. Liu Sitong of China, the bronze. So men's Alpine combined, vision impaired. And let's have a look at the start list. 11 going in the second run. We lost 3 in the Super G run. Bertagnoli is the Paralympic Winter Games Alpine combined champion. Aigner is the Alpine combined world champion. And Michael Golos of Poland, he won the only Alpine combined on the World Cup this year. They go in reverse order. Bertagnoli the quickest after the Super G run. So the peace and quiet of the start hut. And you can see that the edge of the stand just there to the right of the trees. They'll work their way round. Vladimir Svilka, the guide of Alexander Round, just puts himself down in front of his athlete. Each pair or pairs have different ways of starting. You see some guys start to the sides, some start in front. Alexander Rowan of Germany and his guide Jeremias Vilka get the men's Alpine combined vision impaired slalom run underway. The second of 2 runs following the giant slalom earlier on day 4. And we'll see how the guide is going around the gate to allow his athlete to be as straight as possible.
The guides will often use that extra width as a speed control to ensure that they can take a little look behind to see where their athlete is if they need to, and just control the pace to ensure that they're getting the athlete with the vision impairment down as quickly as possible.
2:15.28 for Rowan. He sets the time. Maximilian Sujet of Belgium and his guide Jeremy Nesta next out on track. Really here, Nesta giving him instructions. 4.81 seconds. Seeger was faster than Rowan in the Super G, and he's lost, what, 7/10 on the opening turns.
Just not quite as dynamic from gate to gate. The line not quite as direct.
And that advantage dropping to 3.35, so he's dropping around 7/10 in each section, so he's got more than enough. In fact, he's having to slow up because he's almost on the tails of his guide Mester. And 2:13.54, 1.74 seconds. CJ leads the way. What a feeling that must be for him. Czechia in the start hut now. And it's Tadeusz Kriz and his guide Eva Kutsova with an advantage of just 4/100ths of a second. Second Paralympic Winter Games for him, raced the technical disciplines in Pyeongchang. And at the first split, he's found some time.
Doing a good job between this pairing. Really nice reaction to the guides' communication.
And takes more time, out to 8/10 now. This is really good skiing. What's that? 43/100ths in that middle section. Kriz enjoying the short skis, and he will lead to 12:08. Nothing wrong with that skiing. Wang Xingdong from the People's Republic of China and his guide Chen Zhiqiang. They have an advantage of 2.83 seconds over Tadeusz Kriz of Czechia, who leads the way.
Dynamic skiing from Wang and Cheng here, really moving nicely together. The reaction time from Wang, really impressive after his guide Chen makes the move towards the next gate. Really impressive skiing.
He's found more time, up to 5.3 now. He's found 2.5 seconds in the first two sectors. Another racer who's happy with the short skis on. And Wang, lowers the time dramatically by 6.5 seconds. 2:05.54 now, the time to beat. Michał Golas and his guide Kasper Walas of Poland next on track. They have just 0.03 of a second of an advantage over Wang Xingdong, and these two are almost on each other's skis. This is incredibly complex skiing.
They are absolutely charging. Generally, when the distance between guide and athlete is shorter, is to assist with the athlete with the vision impairments visual of the guide in front of them.
Golas an AS3. Look at that. That he's taken 2.5 seconds out of Wang, and we thought Wang was skiing quickly. Golas, a real threat. He won the only Alpine combined on the World Cup this year, so perhaps this is the surprise, and we've loaded again to 2:02.03. Golas, wow, that is going to be some exciting racing when we get to slalom day.
That is great racing. There is no room for error.
Miroslav Haras of Slovakia and his guy Maros Hudik. The next to challenge, 0.58 of a second. Their advantage over Golas of Poland, who leads the way, but Golas was super dynamic down this run.
Just running a little low in the line, Harris, and that's going to make him travel further around these gates, which is going to slow him down. Oh, and he's gone down. He's still in. He's still in.
He's still okay. Yeah, that's okay. He's still in the pattern of gates, so they can continue. And I just want to get a feel for the bottom of this track. Oh, he's just about kept it together, Harris. And he'll go third, 9.34 off the pace.
No athlete wants to be a did not finish.
No.
Oh, just goes down, does a great job to react quickly. Get back in the course.
Hyacinth de la Place of France and his guy Perrin Clar, the next to challenge. And de la Place competed in the T12 200 and 400 metres at London 2012. Took up Paris skiing in 2016. And the advantage of 1.98 has evaporated, and he's now 0.54 the wrong side of the clock. He's definitely more comfortable at speed. He's world champion in super combined in Lillehammer in 2022.
Nice rhythmical skiing here. Just need to be a little bit quicker off that ski and onto the next one with each turn shape.
De la Place will go third, 4.59 off the pace. Bib number 2, Neil Simpson, a Great Britain, and his guide Rob Poth. Simpson with a huge advantage, 4.86 seconds. World champion in Super G, a Paralympic champion in Super G. Got his first World Cup podium in a vision impaired slalom in Kranjskogor in 2020. So he can ski on these short skis, and he's lost 36 hundredths in that first sector. Rob Poth is going off at a right old pace in 4.49. They've got themselves back together. And Simpson will go first. 1:57.07, 4.96 the right side of the clock. Well, less than half a second separate the top three, so that is what Simpson had to do to give himself a chance of a medal. Sun at the top as Johannes Aigner of Austria, Nico Herbel, his guide, leave the start hut. 4,500 slower than Bertagnoli after the Super G run. He's half a second faster than Simpson, who leads the way, and Aigner loses 0.08 of a second on the opening turns.
Aigner and Herbel will really need to push down this section of the course if they're going to gain the advantage of the athletes ahead of them currently in the standings.
Second in the slalom 4 years ago, and he's lost another 38 hundredths, and now only has 1900ths to play with. It's going the wrong way for Aigner and Herbel. Can they get it back? 1:57.07 the time to beat, and they've missed it, and they go second. Simpson will get himself a medal. Johannes Aigner, that's a surprise.
Next up will be Canada's Ericsson.
Kalle Eriksson of Canada and his guide Sierra Smith, the next to challenge. 0.82 of a second their advantage over Neil Simpson of Great Britain, who leads the way in this men's Alpine combined vision impaired.
Eriksson and Smith skiing really nicely of this top section of the course. Dynamic, quick and direct line through the inside of those gates.
So the green line is 0.08 less than it was at the top.
Oh no!
Oh, Smith
Saved that nicely, but that will cost him time.
now down to 0.2, and Eriksson under pressure. Another little mistake coming onto the final pitch, and Eriksson looking to try and make it a third medal. 1:57.07, he's missed it, and he goes third. So Simpson leads. Aigner's going to get a medal, and Eriksson will have to wait and see because there's just one left at the top.
Just drops low, does a great recovery, but that is a costly error.
Fastest after the Super G run of this Alpine combined. Giacomo Bertagnoli and his guide Andrea Ravelli looking to bring home their first gold medal. And Ravelli has absolutely flown out the start gate.
He needs to be careful or he's going to get too far away and they'll be disqualified. Bertagnoli and Ravelli really need to have that communication.
Well, he's 1.02 off the pace. He's lost 1,500. Ravelli's gone. Ravelli is two gates.
This is very close. This is very close to being disqualified.
Up to 0.88. There is a period for appeals, isn't there? I just wonder whether or not the gap between the pair is too much, but 1:57.07 is under threat, and Bertagnoli has taken top spot. 0.65 of a second. 3,700 slower than Simpson, but it's enough to give them the clean sweep of medals. They've gone bronze, silver, and now gold.
There we go, an Italian gold medal. Whispering Britain has won a medal. And Johannes.
Neil Simpson will pick up the silver, and Johannes Aigner of Austria the bronze. Giacomo Bertagnoli and his guide Andrea Ravelli deliver Italy their first gold of the men's Alpine vision impaired. Neil Simpson and Rob Poth pick up silver. Johannes Aigner and Nico Herbel the bronze. confirmation then of the men's Alpine combined vision impaired. Giacomo Bertagnoli and Andrea Ravelli's guide take the gold for Italy. Silver to Great Britain, Neil Simpson and Rob Poth, his guide. Bronze to Austria, Johannes Aigner and Nico Herbel, his guide. Men's Alpine combined standing. The second run of the Alpine combined. Let's have a look at the start list. And there are 17 racers at the top of the hill. They go in reverse order from the Super G. And we lost 9 of our racers in this Super G part of this Alpine combined. Alexei Bugayev, the quickest of them all, will go 17th. The Paralympic Games champion is Boucher of France, who's also the world champion, while Seges of France won the only Alpine combined of the season in Steinach and Brenner earlier this season. Sun Hongsheng gets the men's Alpine combined standing underway. The second of the 2 runs. And Sun trying to set a competitive time here in his second Paralympic Winter Games. Took 2.5 years off after the Beijing Paralympic Games and made his World Cup debut in March of 25. Here he comes now to set a time, which is 2:17.72, 50.87 for Sun Hongsheng. Let's try and listen into the jury radio.
Sounds as though Yang accidentally moved the start wand and so they're having to reset it, I think is what he said.
See the drone there just at the top right of the screen that brings us. Yan Gong from the People's Republic of China out on course, trying to chase down the time of his teammate and compatriot Sun Hongsheng. Now Yan Gong has 3.5 seconds advantage over Sun from the Super G run, and he's extended it out by nearly 3/4 of a second on the opening turn.
Really nice rhythm through this section. Yang's moving nicely.
"27 years of age, plays slalom and super combined in 2022 and debut at the Paralympic Winter Games. 2:17.72 the time to beat. He's going to beat that pretty comfortably. Yeah, 4.84 seconds the right side of the clock. Yan leads the way. Martin Kupka of Slovakia, the next to go, 49 years of age. His second Paralympic Games, but 16 years since his debut in Whistler. His advantage over our leader Yan Gong, 0.53 of a second. And that has gone red. And now trails by 1.63. Oh, and a little error from Kupka. And you can see if you stray outside the racing line, it is very rutted. .31 off the pace. It's got to take the speed through that time check onto this flatter section, because it's quite a long flat section before it then drops down onto this finishing pitch.
Carrying speed through the flats, vitally important for speed.
2:12.88 has eluded him. Third, 2:18.02. Li Biao from the People's Republic of China, next on course, 27 years of age. Didn't race the tech disciplines in China, and the advantage of 0.77 is now a 0.23 disadvantage, so he loses a second in those opening turns. And 2:13.13 goes second by a quarter of a second. Stem the flow in that bottom part for the damage done in the opening turns. Michael Milton of Australia, the next to challenge, the 52-year-old, 6 times Paralympic Winter Games champion. 4 of those coming in 2002. And Milton had 0.85 of a second in the bank, and is 1.12 the wrong side of the clock at the first split, and 2.9 the wrong side of the clock at split 2. And Milton will slide into third place, 3.85 off the pace. Koike Kakuta of Japan, the next to go. His advantage over Yan, 1.4 seconds. So he's lost 0.3 of a second in those opening turns.
Really important to try and take the most direct line possible as this course continues to rut up with each racer moving through it. The most direct line will be your fastest to the bottom.
And he's found 45 hundredths in that intermediate section. He'll set the new best time, nearly 2 seconds faster than Yang. 2:10.90. Emmerich Sierro of Switzerland, the next to go. As you can see, a healthy advantage of 2.91 over Koike of Japan, who leads the way. Making his Paralympic Winter Games debut is Sierro. And exactly the same advantage at intermediate one, 2.91. But Koike was very good through this middle section. And Sierro match him. Take the speed through here onto this section. Oh no, that was heavy on the left edge. And you just wonder if that's going to hurt him, because he's not carrying any speed here.
He's lost a lot of speed off in that flatter section. Makes it hard to come back from.
2:10.9. Yeah, 1.46. Does have enough in the bank. Third quickest slalom time.
Come on, Spencer, come on.
Spencer Wood of America, the next to challenge. His third Paralympic Winter Games, raced the technical disciplines in Pyeongchang. He was reclassified in 2019 and made his first World Cup podiums 2 months later in Zagreb, and he was third in a slalom. 0.14 has grown to over a second though, so he's skiing nicely. Oh, very nicely indeed. Up to 2.35 now, the advantage. Emergency turns on those final turns as he goes for the line. 3.84. Good ski from Wood. He's taken time out all the way down, isn't he? Luca Palla of Italy, the 40-year-old, out on track. 1.26 his advantage over Spencer Wood of the United States, who leads the way.
Nice aggressive skiing. Palla's come out hard and he's moving nicely down this hill.
Lee's extended by 21 hundredths to 1.47. Key turn here, nicely done. Now carry the speed across the flats, 1.9. Working that edge, loading the energy into the ski to release and get the pace.
Lovely and dynamic turns.
Oh, Luca Palla, that's a great ski, 2.27 seconds. He leads the way. He leads the way on home snow. What a feeling for him. Patrick Haugen of the United States of America, the next to race, 1.18 seconds faster than Palla from the Super G run. And that advantage is almost evaporated. Oh, he's right on the edge. Got it back, so the next time split now needs to find 17 hundredths of a second. Silver medalist in the Super G, here he comes now. And he goes second, 1.29. Always the showman. Jules Sager of France, the next to go. Third in the Super G. And the winner of the only Alpine combined on the World Cup this season. His advantage over Palla, who leads the way, 1.95 seconds. And that's been extended by nearly 3/10.
Into a nice rhythm, Segers through this section. Carrying that into the flatter piste.
2.67 now, the right side of the clock.
Oh no!
He skied out. That's really disappointing. Let's have another look. Straddle just gets too early on the gate. Federico Pellizzari of Italy, out on track. His advantage over his compatriot Luca Palla, who leads the way, 2.27 seconds after the Super G run. And that's been extended by 1600ths to 2.43.
Palazzari incredibly smooth slalom skiing, carrying great speed through each turn. Very dynamic skiing.
Up to 3.29, so he's found just over a second through the first two parts of this challenge. And Palazzari, oh, this is rhythmical. Great stuff from the Italian. Really 4 seconds quicker. 1:59.37. That is a great run. Well, they're really tightly packed here. He's given himself every chance of a medal with that. I mean, you're talking 2100ths to third place from here, so it's really tight. Arthur Bauchet, the reigning Paralympic champion in Alpine combined. 2.15 seconds slower than our leader after Super G run, Bugayev, but he's chasing down Palazzari. And he's up to over a second, so this is beautiful skiing from Bauchet.
Really clean skiing from Bauchet. Precise and dynamic through this flat section, carrying that speed.
Lost a little bit of time between intermediate 1 and 2, but 1:59.37 is the time to beat. He's done it by 1.2. Bauchet goes into top spots with 4 to come.
Ciao, ciao.
Last of the Italians, Davide Bendotti, just 300ths of a second in the bank over Arthur Bauchet from the Super G. Bendotti had his best result in the Paralympic Winter Games when he was 12th in the slalom in 2018, but he's gone from 300ths up to 1.57, the wrong side of the clock. Bauchet showing his prowess on the short skis. And Dotti giving it absolutely everything. But in the second split, the clock has gone out to 2:02. (1:58.17) is safe. Bendotti goes third, knocks Palo off the podium. Well, it's going to be France, Austria, Russian Federation who's going to take gold. Oscar Burnham of France out of the start hut. Third quickest after the Super G run of this men's Alpine combined standing race, but just 900ths of a second to play with over his compatriot Arthur Bauchet, and he has lost nearly a second in the opening turns.
Just getting caught on the ski edge a fraction, enough to cost that little bit of time.
.15, the wrong side of the clock for Burnham, who puts the bit between his teeth. 1:58.17 comes and goes, but can he get himself on the podium provisionally? He goes third. Bendotti's off the podium. 2 to come. Bauchet knows he's got a medal. Well, France and Italy dominate the top 5. Pelizzari celebrates.
Okay, go. Ready? Go.
Thomas Koschar of Austria, the next to go. Now, his advantage over Bochet after the Super G run is 9/10 of a second. And Koschar was 5th in the slalom in Sochi in 2014, but he was a silver medalist in slalom at the 2017 World Championships. But 9/10 is now the red light by 1500ths.
Oh, it's such tight racing in this men's standing category. He's taken a little hit there. He's been able to recover, but that might be costly.
Yes, pitched him forward on the flat section, and he's now 1.26 off the pace. Pelizzari will be celebrating if Koschar can't find any time, because it will mean he will get a medal. 1:58.17, the time of Bochet. Koschar laying it all out there, and he's third. Pelizzari gets a medal. Bochet and Pelizzari medal. Koschar will have to wait and see. Just too many mistakes, sadly, for Koschar. It was that pitch forward that cost him. Alexei Bugayev of the Russian Federation, quickest after the Super G run by 2.15 seconds over Arthur Bochet. Now Bugayev sees that drop by half a second to 1.6.
It's clean, nice skiing from Bugayev. Really needs to carry this speed onto the flats. He's pushing hard.
Yeah, well, Bugayev was the super combined champion. He's down! Oh,
my
Bugayev,
gosh!
who was looking for a third Alpine combined title, goes down, and the delight belongs to Arthur Bochet. Oh, it's so disappointing for Bugayev. Let's have another look. Oh, he just got his weight on the inside skis that came over the terrain change, and it's the mixed emotions.
Oh no!
Joy.
The heartache.
Arthur Bochet is the Paralympic champion, having taken the title in Beijing. He takes it for a second time, and the Arthur Bochet fan club are in tears. Federico Pelizzari takes the silver medal, and delight for Thomas Koschar of Austria as he takes the bronze. Confirmation then of a dramatic men's Alpine combined standing. Gold for Arthur Bochet of France, silver for Federico Pelizzari of Italy, and bronze for Austria and Thomas Koschar. Bochet making it 2 Alpine combined titles now at the Paralympic Winter Games. The men's Alpine combined sitting at Milano Cortina 2026. The slalom run, the second of the 2 runs in the Alpine combined. And let's have a look at the start list. And we lost 9 racers in the, well, lost 6, sorry, in the first run. Pedersen is the reigning Paralympic champion, the reigning world champion, and winner of the only World Cup Alpine combined, but he's got some work to do because he is 2.23 seconds slower than Jeroen Kampscher of the Netherlands, who was quickest after the first run. Petr Drahus of Czechia First out of the second run of this men's Alpine combined sitting. Time of 1:27.84. He was 15 seconds slower than Kamscher on the Super G run. Racing in all the disciplines here, apart from downhill. A chance for us to see how hard it is to navigate a sit-ski through these tight gates.
Some of these slalom gates are only a metre or two apart. Distance generally is 6 to 13 or 14 minutes, but through these combinations which require technical changes, like a flush or a hairpin where there are multiple changes of direction quite quickly, they could be anywhere from half a gate to 1 metre apart.
Well, you saw that perfectly on that finishing pitch. 2:21.4 is the time to beat.
2:21.40.
Blake Eaton of the United States of America out on track. And, he's come to a stop. His advantage is 1.97. Well, that is all gone. He's still in the gate, so he can continue. It just shows you how hard this is. Oh no, he's not going to make that blue gate, I'm afraid. And Eaton is out. Christoph Damas of Switzerland, the next to go. His advantage over Drahos, who leads the way, 3.54 of a second from the Super G run. First Paralympic Winter Games for him.
Oh, he got caught on the rigger. He's kept it upright, but that has cost a lot of speed.
How much speed? 3.14. He lost 4/10, but you just wonder whether or not it might
He will compound.
Oh, he's just got his rigger caught again, and now he's out. He's out. Well, two of our first three DNFs.
Ready? Go.
Josh Hanlon of Australia, the 28-year-old, second Paralympic Winter Games. He was sixth in the slalom in Beijing, so he more than capable of navigating his rig down this pattern of gates, and his advantage over Drahos, our leader, 5.1 seconds. And that's extended to 6.18.
Hanlon has been on the World Cup podium this season for slalom, so look for him to try and take that advantage of his great technical slalom skills in this Alpine combined.
Been very accomplished through that section. Now got to bring the pace onto the flats, and look at that, 8.84. Ski that middle section beautifully, the Australian. Hanlon through the final verticale, 2:21.40. He's got it, and he's got it by an enormous 11.64 seconds. That's a great ski from Hanlon. Robin Ennigal of the United States of America out on track. His advantage over Hanlon from the first run, 0.27 seconds, but you can see just doesn't look quite as comfortable in the slalom gates as he did on the Super G run.
Getting bounced around in some of those ruts. Taking the wider line is where the ruts will exist from the athletes that have raced previously today. That can throw you around quite a lot in a sit ski.
154.8, 2.66 behind. And Hanlon, Ennigal, sorry, up against Hanlon's time, goes second, 3.37 off the pace. Liang from the People's Republic of China. Only races technical disciplines on the World Cup, sorry. 6th in the giant slalom back in 2022. 1.52 is 3.12 at the first time split, so using those slalom skills to good effect to double the lead.
Great skiing from Chen through this section.
Yeah, up to 3.71 now.
Really dynamic turn shape. Quick off that ski edge, which is incredibly hard to do in a sit ski. Look how tight he is on those gates.
Chen lays down the mass class 5 seconds faster than Hanlon. He was super quick on those closing gates. That's a super ski. Magnus Valchen of Norway, the next to go. A quarter of a second his advantage at the top, and he's now a quarter of a second the wrong side of the clock. And 5th in the slalom race at the World Champs in 2025. So, as you can see, he has some prowess in navigating this rig through the closed gates.
Oh,
he's got it all wrong. Yeah, he's got the line wrong.
those gates come very quickly at you when you've made that minor error.
Just can get back to the red gate. Enrique Plante of Argentina with bib number 50, the next to go. Let's see how he fares. 0.49 his advantage over Chen Liang of China, who leads the way. And he's now the wrong side of the clock by 1.62 seconds. So losing 2 seconds on those opening turns. And there really is an advantage for the technical skier in the Alpine combined, isn't there?
There's a lot of time to be gained or lost in a slalom course. So in the Alpine combined, we generally see a little bit of advantage for those that are slalom specialists. Plante not cross-blocking every one of those gates, which means he's taking a wider line down the course, adding time and distance to that run.
But he is going to finish. And he gets home in a time of 2:11.25. Ravi Drugan of the United States of America next out on track. His advantage 0.76 of a second over our leader Chen Liang from the Super G, and he is 1.17 the wrong side of the clock. Drugan, 36 years of age. Best finish in a Paralympic Winter Games was 10th in the slalom in Beijing. His deficit now 2.61. And Drugan goes second, 3.96. Drops Hanlon down a pace. Lou Pradagand of France, the next to go. Now Pradagand, 10th quickest after the first part of the Alpine combined, which was the Super G. 1.69 his advantage over Chen Liang, who's seen off 4 races, and Pradagand has extended the lead by a little bit. He was the second best slalom skier on the World Cup this year.
Yeah, nice run from the Frenchman. A tight, direct line, moving agilely from one gate to the next.
Finds another 3/10.
Oh, good save.
Well, that's a great example of making a mistake on a steep section, so you're straight back into the racing line. He's very late in the line, a few errors, but it's going to be enough to give him the lead by 1.5 seconds. Verdegan leads the way.
Ready? Go.
Liang Zilu from the People's Republic of China on course, 9th quickest after the Super G. He's got an advantage of 0.44 over Verdegan, our French leader.
Nice turns on the top of the course from Liang, moving really well through this section.
Yeah, Liang 4th in the Alpine combined 4 years ago. Has seen that advantage of 44 hundredths become a deficit of 3 hundredths of a second. And he's clawed a little bit of it back, 2 hundredths of a second. It's going to have to be really clean down here if he is to overhaul Verdegan's time of 2:03.26. Here he comes now. Oh, a mistake at the end. He's got it. Despite the mistake, Liang goes into top spot. Well, he found time in the bottom part of this course, didn't he?
Really tight line. Great skiing.
Suzuki Takeshi from Japan out on track. 82 hundredths his advantage over Liang Zilu from the Super G run. Suzuki was the 8th quickest. Paralympic gold medalist in slalom in Sochi in 2014.
Beautiful turns through this pitch. Drops a little low on that gate, able to recorrect. That may have cost a little bit of time and speed.
Well, let us see. 1.11. Yeah, it's cost him a little bit, but not a huge amount. 0.93 still the right side of the clock. Suzuki Takeshi looking to go top of the pile with 7 more to race. And he does by 0.43. Lowers the time to 2:02.47.
He's a gold medalist in slalom. This is his 5th games. Has he done enough? His teammate is up next.
Back to the top we go.
Ready? Yep. Go.
Mori Taiki of Japan, the next to go, looking to try and get the better of his teammate Suzuki Takeshi, who leads the way, and Mori has 0.33 of a second to play with over his teammate. Mori, 4 times a silver medalist at the Paralympic Winter Games. Giant slalom, downhill, Super G in downhill in 10 and 18, 3rd in downhill, Super G in 22.
Clean turns through this section, carrying some nice speed through the flat and the flush onto the final pitch.
Finds 7/10 from the start to intermediate 2. Can he bring it home in front? 2:02.47. He's going to get there. He gets there by 0.89. Mori leads the way.
With 6 to come. And that 6 includes Chilean Nicolas Bisquet-Hudson.
Chile in the start hut now. Nicolas Bisquet-Hudson next to challenge.
Oh, gets in the back seat on the pitch, able to recorrect and get back on course.
0.87 in the bank from the Super G run. doesn't look quite as comfortable as, say, Murray before him. What does the clock say? The clock would agree because he's lost 1.13 seconds.
That error on the top pitch costly. He's getting thrown around a little bit in these ruts, which is forcing that wider line.
Next time split, over 2 seconds off the pace. That's 7th on the hill for Biscuit Hudson. Inside of the finish. And Biscuit Hudson will stop the clock at 2:03.81, goes into 6th place.
2:03.81 the final time.
Best of the South Americans.
Giappone, Repubblica Popolare Cinese. Ne mancano 5 alla partenza. Il prossimo, lo statunitense Andrew Corca.
So Japan lead the way, and there are 5 left to race.
All right, let's go, Kirk. Ready? Go.
Andrew Kirker, the United States of America, out on track, 5th quickest from the Super G run earlier on. A bronze medalist in the Super G from day 3 of these Paralympic Winter Games.
Oh, and his skid out.
He is out of the running, I'm afraid. Huge disappointment for Kirker. Yeah, more of a speed man, to be fair to Kirker. Won gold in the downhill in 2018 as well as silver in the Super G, so not his preferred discipline.
Ready? Go.
Jesper Pedersen, but he's 3.21 faster than Murray from the Super G, but he's got to make up, or try and make up, 2.23 seconds to Jeroen Kampscher. So this is really going to be all-out attack from Pedersen, who is the reigning Paralympic Alpine combined or super combined champion. And he's extended the lead by nearly 2/10. Oh, goes down on the inside.
Oh, what a great recovery. He's pushing hard to try and gain as much time as possible with the huge deficit he needs.
Huge trouble.
Yeah.
Huge trouble. And that mistake comes on the flat. He's lost all his speed. And that, I'm afraid, will be that. There's going to be no second gold in Alpine combined for Pedersen. He might take over top spot, but I don't think he'll hold it for long. 2:01.58. He gets it under 2 minutes, but 2.83. He'll have to wait and see. But with, 3 more to come, I'm not sure about that. Now that's the mistake that shaved off all the pace, isn't it?
Silvestro has just over a second to play with.
So the 3 fastest from the Super G run yet to race. René Di Silvestro of Italy, out on track, 1.08 seconds faster than Jesper Pedersen, our current leader from the first run of Super G. And he was 1.15 seconds slower than Kampscher, the leader, and he's lost 0.04 of his advantage.
He's got a nice rhythm, but just not carrying quite as much speed.
But it hasn't made the mistake there, and you just wonder whether or not he will then reap the benefit because he hasn't shaved off the pace there. At that spot, the second time split. 1:58.75. I don't think he's going to stand the test because Di Silvestro is flying and sets a new best. 1:56.44. He will medal.
will be a medal.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Two to come. The Dutch have taken to their feet in the stands. They know what's coming. De Langen and Kamscher.
Great celebrations for the Italians. So the fastest two from the Super G run are both Dutch. First of which is Niels de Langen. His third Paralympic Winter Games. He was second in the slalom 4 years ago. Second to Pedersen. So can he put the pressure on his teammate Kamscher, who was nearly a second faster than him in the Super G run?
Great start from de Langen.
Well, he's lost, though, 0.6 of a second to be the wrong side of the clock. Perhaps just skiing it a little bit too hard. 1:42.56 coming up. Oh, he's a long way behind. Over a second off the pace. De Langen, I don't think he's going to do enough to displace Di Silvestro. 1:56.44 has gone, and it's second for De Langen, who gets another medal. But Di Silvestro has moved up a spot. De Langen delighted.
Well, there is a sea of orange in the grandstand. Follows you know.
Dai, man. Come on, let's go. Ready? Let's go.
Jeroen Kamscher of the Netherlands, quickest after the first run, has 1.15 seconds over René Di Silvestro, who leads this men's Alpine combined sitting. Kamscher was the gold medalist in 2018, the silver medalist in 2022 in this discipline, and he's lost 0.5 of his advantage. Better turns in this middle section. And we've come to know that he likes to ski on the edge, does Kamscher, and 0.27 of a second. This is going to be really tight.
Oh, a bit of a wide turn on that pitch.
1:56.44 the time for René Di Silvestro. Can the Italian take the gold medal, or will it be Kamscher? It's Kamscher by 0.11 of a second. A second gold medal of these Milano Cortina 2026 Paralympic Winter Games. Delight for Kamscher as he delivers gold medal number 2. He timed that to perfection, didn't he?
Had a great advantage coming out of the Super G into this slalom run. Magnificent skiing.
What does it sound like out there?
94 hundredths he had in the bank from the first run, and he gets home by 11 hundredths. Delight for the Dutch coaches all the way down the course, and sharing a hug with the Italian coaches. Di Silvestro just denied on home snow. Jeroen Kamscher of the Netherlands wins the men's Alpine combined sitting. René Di Silvestro of Italy takes the silver medal. And there are tears everywhere. Niels de Langen wins his second medal with a bronze. Emotional scenes here in Cortina d'Ampezzo. The final result of the men's Alpine combined sitting. It's gold for the Netherlands and Jeroen Kampscher, silver for Italy and René de Silvestro, bronze for the Netherlands and Niels de Langen, with Jesper Pedersen, the champion from 2022, finishing in fourth. 15 of the 19 that started the second run got to the bottom. Well, what a Alpine combined competition we have had. Some thrilling finishes, but the next 6 set of medals have been decided. Well, what a race that was. What an afternoon that was. Well, as we look down on the finish area, we still have the victory ceremonies to come, but we can enjoy what has been a fantastic day of racing on day 4 of these Paralympic Winter Games 2026. There's a rest day for the athletes before we return with the giant slalom, with the slalom rounding off the Alpine programme in Milano Cortina 2026. A lot of people will be moving to the right-hand side of that stand as we look, because the victory ceremony happens down in that part of the arena. And those victory ceremonies will be coming up shortly.
All right, let you know the protest time has begun. This lasts for 15 minutes.
Il periodo di reclamo inizia in questo preciso istante e durerà 15 minuti.
The victory ceremonies will be coming up in just a few minutes' time. Once again, please do stick around and help us to celebrate the achievements of our wonderful athletes here at the Paralympic.
La nostra cerimonia di premiazione inizierà tra pochi minuti. Vi invitiamo pertanto a restare con noi per celebrare insieme i traguardi e i momenti straordinari che hanno reso questo evento così speciale. Grazie.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the women's Alpine combined vision impaired.
Signore e signori, la cerimonia di premiazione della combinata alpina donne ipovedenti.
Please welcome the medalists.
Accogliamo le vincitrici.
So the victory ceremony for the women's Alpine combined vision impaired. Another enthralling race.
The medals will be presented by
Le medaglie saranno consegnate da
Mr. Bradley Snyder, Governing Board Member, the International Paralympic Committee.
membro del Consiglio direttivo del Comitato Paralimpico Internazionale.
Accompanied by
Accompagnato da
Mr. Phil Duncan, Chief Design Officer, P&G.
Direttore Design P&G.
Bronze medalists representing Austria.
Medaglia di bronzo per l'Austria, Elina Stari e la guida Stefan Winter.
What a moment for Lina Stari and her guide Stefan Winter. Stari steps forward for her first Paralympic Winter Games medal. Just 19 years of age, this is her second Paralympic Winter Games. Couldn't quite do enough in the second run, the slalom run. She had the second fastest slalom time, reflecting the fact that she was the best slalom racer on the World Cup this year. A long and distinguished career ahead of it, and she stays fit and healthy, I'm sure. Bronze medal winners in the women's Alpine combined vision impaired, Elina Stari and her guide Stefan Winter.
Silver medalists representing Italy.
Medaglia d'argento per l'Italia, Chiara Mazzel e la guida Nicola Cotti-Cottini.
Chiara Mazzel and Nicola Cotti-Cottini step forward for their third medal of these Paralympic Winter Games 2026. Silver in downhill, gold in Super G. It's another silver, this time in Alpine combined. Second quickest in the first run, which was the Super G. Fourth quickest in this slalom, but it was enough to hold on to that second spot.
Congratulations, very proud of you. Good job, guys.
And they took it by, what, 84 hundredths over Stari and Winter. Silver medalists in the women's Alpine combined vision impaired, Chiara Mazzel and her guide Nicola Cotti-Cottini of Italy.
Gold medalists and Paralympic champions representing Austria.
Medaglia d'oro e campionessa paralimpica per l'Austria, Veronica Aigner e la guida Lilly Sammer.
Veronica Aigner and Lilly Sammer of Austria win their third medal and second gold of Milano Cortina 2026, and do so in dominant fashion. They were a second faster than the rest of the field in the Super G, and they were a second faster than the rest of the field in the slalom, and in the end they won gold by over 3 seconds. They dominated. It is a fourth gold for Aigner in her Paralympic Winter Games career. She is on a roll, and with 2 more races to come, who's to say she won't win more? Even more remarkable, This is a very new partnership after her sister was injured in the run-up to these games. Gold medal in the women's Alpine combined vision impaired goes to Veronika Aigner and her guide Lily Sammer.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Austria.
Signore e signori, se potete, vi preghiamo di alzarvi per l'inno dell'Austria.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
Signore e signori, le vincitrici delle medaglie paralimpiche.
Your medalists in the women's Alpine combined vision impaired. Gold for Veronika Aigner and Lily Sammer of Austria. Silver for Chiara Matzel and Nicola Cotta-Catini of Italy. Bronze for Elina Stari and Stefan Winter of Austria. Well, that was a dominant performance, wasn't it, by Veronika Aigner and Lily Sammer.
Aigner and Sammer demonstrating their capability across speed and technique. Incredible performances from the pair today.
And Lily Sammer, her first Paralympic Winter Games medal. It's going to be a fascinating contest between her and Aigner when we get to the technical disciplines.
Aigner and Stari and their respective guides, both incredible pairings across the technical disciplines of giant slalom and slalom. There's some exceptional racing yet to come here at the Paralympic Winter Games.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the women's Alpine combined standing.
Signore e signori, la cerimonia di premiazione della combinata alpina donne standing.
Please welcome the medalists.
Accogliamo le vincitrici.
The victory ceremony for the women's Alpine combined standing. Another superb performance by Ebba Arsjö of Sweden.
The medals will be presented by
Le medaglie saranno consegnate da
Ms. Robin Smith-Thorne, governing board member of the International Paralympic Committee.
membro del Consiglio direttivo del Comitato Paralimpico Internazionale.
Accompanied by
Accompagnato da
Mr. Martin Kupchul, Para-Alpine Technical Delegate.
delegato tecnico di sci alpino paralimpico.
Bronze medalist, representing People's Republic of China.
Medaglia di bronzo per la Repubblica Popolare Cinese Zhu Wenjing.
Zhu Wenjing, in her first Paralympic Winter Games, picks up her first medal. She came from 4th to 3rd in the slalom run and just pipped her teammate Zhang Mengyu. What a proud moment for Zhu, who got her first World Cup win this season, and now she's got herself her first Paralympic Winter Games medal. Bronze medalist in the women's Alpine combined standing, Zhu Wenjing from the People's Republic of China.
Silver medalist, representing France.
Medaglia d'argento per la Francia Aurélie Richard.
Aurélie Richard picking up a 3rd medal at these Paralympic Winter Games. The previous 2 have been silver. She's got a hat-trick of silver medals now. An excellent performance, 2nd quickest in the Super G, only 6th fastest in the slalom run, but had enough of a buffer from the Super G to maintain her 2nd position. Silver medalist in the women's Alpine combined standing, Aurélie Richard of France.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion, representing Sweden.
Medaglia d'oro e campionessa paralimpica per la Svezia Ebba Arsjö.
Ebba Arsjö of Sweden picks up her 2nd Alpine combined gold medal, having won in Beijing 4 years ago. This was some performance. 2 seconds faster than the rest of the field in Super G. She was 3 seconds faster than the next best in the slalom, and in the end wins gold by just over 7 seconds. Gold medalist in the women's Alpine combined standing, Ebba Arsjö of Sweden.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Sweden.
Signore e signori, se potete, vi preghiamo di alzarvi per l'inno della Svezia.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
Signore e signori, le vincitrici delle medaglie paralimpiche.
The medals in the women's Alpine combined standing. Gold goes to Ebba Ascher of Sweden, silver to Aurélie Richard of France, and bronze to Zhu Wenjing from the People's Republic of China. Well, it was another superb ski from Ascher, wasn't it?
Untouchable. Incredible skiing in both the Super G and slalom run. Complete dominance from Arjo today.
She was very disappointed picking up the bronze in the Super G, but she's responded in the exactly as you'd want her to.
The incredible thing about the Alpine combined, a speed run, a technical run, there is opportunity to make up a lot of time and lose time. Great display out there today.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the women's Alpine combined sitting.
Signore e signori, la cerimonia di premiazione della combinata alpina donne sitting.
Please welcome the medalists.
Accogliamo le vincitrici.
The victory ceremony for the women's Alpine combined sitting. Another thoroughly entertaining race with the main protagonists all there or thereabouts.
The medals will be presented by
Le medaglie saranno consegnate da
Mr. Fernando Leño, governing board member of the International Paralympic Committee.
membro del Consiglio direttivo del Comitato Paralimpico Internazionale.
Accompanied by
Accompagnato da
Mr. Martin Kupcu, Paralpine Technical Delegate.
delegato tecnico di sci alpino paralimpico.
Bronze medalist representing People's Republic of China.
Medaglia di bronzo per la Repubblica Popolare Cinese Liu Xitong.
Liu Xitong for the People's Republic of China, a third medal for her here. She had 4 medals 4 years ago This time round, she's 3 with 2 races to go. 3rd in the downhill, 3rd in Super G, 3rd in the Alpine combined. And she skied the 3rd quickest time in both the Super G and the slalom. She is 3 is a lucky number for Liu Sitong. Bronze medalist in the women's Alpine combined, sitting Liu Sitong from the People's Republic of China.
Silver medalist representing Germany.
Medaglia d'argento per la Germania, Annalena Forster.
Annalena Forster of Germany, who didn't finish the Super G on day 3, responds beautifully on day 4 of these games by picking up her 2nd medal, gold in the downhill, followed by silver in the Alpine combined, 2nd quickest in the Super G run, 2nd quickest in the slalom run to pick up a well-deserved silver medal. Silver medalist in the women's Alpine combined sitting, Annalena Forster of Germany.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Spain.
Medaglia d'oro e campionessa paralimpica per la Spagna, Audrey Pascual Seco.
Audrey Pascual Seco of Spain delivers her 2nd gold medal of these Paralympic Winter Games 2026. She was the quickest in the Super G leg by just under 3 seconds, and she needed that gap because she was the 4th quickest in the slalom run and got home by 0.45 of a second over her great rival Annalena Forster. Paralympic champion in the women's Alpine combined sitting is Audrey Pascual Seco of Spain.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Spain.
Signore e signori, se potete, vi preghiamo di alzarvi per l'inno della Spagna.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
Signore e signori, le vincitrici delle medaglie paralimpiche.
The medalists in the women's Alpine combined sitting, gold for Audrey Pascual Seco of Spain, silver for Annalena Forster of Germany, bronze for Liu Sitong from the People's Republic of China. Well, another great ski from Pascual Seco, and for Spain, well, it's like buses. They don't have a gold medal since Sochi in 2014, and they've had 2 in 2 days.
It's raining gold medals. Pascual Seco thoroughly deserved the win today. Sensational in the Super G. Took a huge advantage and was able to capitalise on that in the slalom, taking the gold medal today.
She said in her post-race interview after the Super G, said it was weird being on the podium without Annalena Forster because these two are such big rivals. Well, they're both on the podium again today, separated by under half a second.
It's a great rivalry. Exciting to watch as a spectator.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's Alpine combined vision impaired.
Signore e signori, la cerimonia di premiazione della combinata alpina uomini ipovedenti.
Please welcome the medalists.
Accogliamo I vincitori.
The victory ceremony for the men's Alpine combined vision impaired. And a race that threw up a few surprises.
The medals will be presented by
Le medaglie saranno consegnate da
Mr. John Peterson, Vice President of the International Paralympic Committee.
Vicepresidente del Comitato Paralimpico Internazionale.
Accompanied by
Accompagnato da
Mr. Andrea Vanier, CEO Milano Cortina 2026.
amministratore delegato Milano Cortina 2026.
Bronze medalists representing Austria.
Medaglia di bronzo per l'Austria, Johannes Aigner e la guida Nico Haberl.
Johannes Aigner and his guide, Nico Haberl. A third medal for them here. Gold in the downhill, gold in the Super G. It is a bronze medal in the Alpine combined. Silver medalists 4 years ago. Just didn't quite have the line. It's third quickest in the Super G and fourth quickest in the slalom. With still another Paralympic Winter Game medal. And they will be back with the tech races still to come. Bronze medalists in the men's Alpine combined vision impaired, Johannes Aigner and his guide Nico Haberl of Austria.
Silver medalists representing Great Britain.
Medaglia d'argento per la Gran Bretagna, Neil Simpson e la guida Rob Poth.
Neil Simpson and his guide Rob Poth win Great Britain's first medals of these Milano Cortina 2026 Paralympic Winter Games. Simpson third in the combined 4 years ago. Goes one step better. Fourth quickest after the Super G. He was a second off the pace and skied the quickest run in the slalom with Rob Poth to climb up from fourth to second to take the silver medal. Superb performance by these pair. Silver medalists in the men's Alpine combined vision impaired, Neil Simpson of Great Britain and his guide Rob Poth.
Gold medalists and Paralympic champions representing Italy.
Medaglia d'oro e campione paralimpico per l'Italia, Giacomo Bertagnolli e la guida Andrea Ravelli.
And it's gold for Italy. Giacomo Bertagnolli and his guide Andrea Ravelli have been getting better and better during these Paralympic Winter Games. They opened with a bronze in the downhill, followed it up with a silver in the Super G, and now it's gold in the Alpine combined. Quickest after the first run in Super G. They then delivered the third quickest in the slalom run to take the gold medal by 65 hundredths over Simpson and Poth of Great Britain. Men's Alpine combined vision impaired gold medalists Giacomo Bertagnolli and his guide Andrea Ravelli of Italy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Italy.
Signore e signori, se potete, vi preghiamo di alzarvi per l'inno dell'Italia.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
Signore e signori, i vincitori delle medaglie paralimpiche.
Real emotion on the podium, as you would expect. The medalists in the men's Alpine combined vision impaired. Gold goes to Giacomo Bertignoli and his guide Andrea Ravelli. Silver to Great Britain's Neil Simpson and Rob Poff. Bronze for Austria's Johannes Eigner and his guide Nico Habel. Well, there was some fantastic skiing in this men's vision impaired, wasn't there?
Edge of your seat stuff, just over a second separating the top placed 4 athletes. Just incredible racing.
And Kalle Eriksson of Canada missing out on the podium by 5/100ths of a second. These 4, you think, will be jockeying for the medals going into the tech. So 4 into 3 doesn't go, does it? So there's all to play for.
Everything on the line at the Paralympic Winter Games.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's Alpine combined, standing.
Signore e signori, la cerimonia di premiazione della combinata alpina uomini standing.
Please welcome the medalists.
Accogliamo i vincitori.
The victory ceremony for the men's Alpine combined standing. And this was the race that saw the biggest moves in terms of racers making up places in the standings.
The medals will be presented by
Le medaglie saranno consegnate da
Miss Leila Marquez, Vice President of the International Paralympic Committee.
Vicepresidente del Comitato Paralimpico Internazionale.
Accompanied by
Accompagnata da
Mr. Didier Bonvon, Para-Alpine Technical Delegate.
Delegato tecnico di sci alpino paralimpico.
Bronze medalist representing Austria.
Medaglia di bronzo per l'Austria, Thomas Grockar.
Thomas Crocker of Austria comes forward to pick up his medal, his first Paralympic Winter Games medal, and his fourth Paralympic Winter Games appearance. Second after the first run, he laid down the fourth best slalom run to take the bronze by 0.2 of a second from Oscar Burnham, who finished fourth. And it was a really good first run that set up this chance, this opportunity to win the bronze. Bronze medalist in the men's Alpine combined standing, Thomas Crocker of Austria.
Silver medalist representing Italy.
Medaglia d'argento per l'Italia, Federico Pellizzari.
Federico Pellizzari, fourth in the giant slalom and fifth in the combined 4 years ago, wins his first Paralympic Winter Games medal. He was sixth quickest after the Super G and laid down the second best slalom time to go from sixth to second. Men's Alpine combined standing silver medalist Federico Pellizzari of Italy.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing France.
Medaglia d'oro e campione paralimpico per la Francia, Arthur Bauchet.
Arthur Bauchet of France picks up his second combined title, having won in Beijing. Fifth fastest after the Super G run, but only 0.12 quicker than Pellizzari. Bauchet then laid down the quickest slalom run by over a second to take the goal by 1.2 seconds. Men's Alpine combined standing Paralympic champion for 2026, Arthur Bauchet of France.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of France.
Signore e signori, se potete, vi preghiamo di alzarvi per l'inno della Francia.
Gentlemen, Paralympic medalists.
Signore e signori, i vincitori delle medaglie paralimpiche.
The medalists in the men's Alpine combined standing: gold for Arthur Bauchet of France, silver for Federico Pellizzari of Italy, and bronze for Thomas Crocker of Austria. Well, what a race that was for Bauchet, coming back from going out of the Super G to win gold. Pellizzari, his first medal. Crocker, his first medal at the Paralympic Winter Games. Oh, it was just a magnificent race.
Full of action, heartache and elation, all in the very same moment when the fastest from the Super G run, Bugayev from the Russian Federation, went down, meeting Bauchet had taken the victory.
And the emotion was just evident in the finish area all round. There was the disappointment for Bugayev at the top and the delight for Bauchet at the bottom. Magnificent atmosphere in the finish area for these athletes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's Alpine combined sitting.
Signore e signori, la cerimonia di premiazione della combinata alpina uomini sitting.
Please welcome the medalists.
Accogliamo i vincitori.
The victory ceremony for the men's Alpine combined sitting. The closest of the races on this fourth day of action at the Milano Cortina 2026 Paralympic Winter Games.
The medals will be presented by
Le medaglie saranno consegnate da
Mr. Didier Bonval, Para-Alpine Technical Delegate.
delegato tecnico di sci alpino paralimpico,
Accompanied by
accompagnato da
Mr. Craig Spence, Chief of Brand and Communications Officer of the International Paralympic Committee.
direttore brand e comunicazione del Comitato Paralimpico Internazionale.
Bronze medalist representing the Netherlands.
Medaglia di bronzo per i Paesi Bassi, Niels de Langen.
Niels de Langen of the Netherlands comes forward to pick up his second medal of these Paralympic Winter Games. Second in the downhill. He picks up the bronze in the combined to go with the bronze he won in the combined 4 years ago. An excellent performance from the Dutch racer, who was the second quickest after the Super G run, had the 8th fastest slalom, but he had enough in the bank to pick up the medal. Bronze medal in the men's Alpine combined sitting, Niels de Langen of the Netherlands.
Silver medalist representing Italy.
Medaglia d'argento per l'Italia, René De Silvestro.
René Di Silvestro of Italy wins his first medal of Milano Cortina 2026, 2 in Beijing, with second in GS and third in slalom, but he's put the two together. Third quickest after the Super G run. He laid down a lightning quick slalom run, the quickest of everyone, to go from third to second. Silver medalist in the men's Alpine combined sitting, René Di Silvestro of Italy.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing the Netherlands.
Medaglia d'oro e campione paralimpico per i Paesi Bassi, Jeroen Kampschreur.
Jeroen Kampschreur of the Netherlands comes forward to pick up his second combined gold medal. He was the Paralympic champion in 2018 in Pyeongchang, silver medalist 4 years ago. He has responded to skiing out of the downhill, the first event, with absolute aplomb, because he's won the Super G and now he has won the Alpine combined, quickest in the Super G leg. He was the 6th fastest in the slalom, but that was enough to get home in front. Gold medalist in the men's Alpine combined sitting, Jeroen Kampschreur of the Netherlands.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of the Netherlands.
Signore e signori, se potete, vi preghiamo di alzarvi per l'inno dei Paesi Bassi.
reception.
The Paralympic medalists.
Signore e signori, i vincitori delle medaglie paralimpiche.
The medalists in the men's Alpine combined sitting. Gold for Jeroen Kamscher of the Netherlands, silver for René Di Silvestro of Italy, bronze for Niels de Langen of the Netherlands. Well, what a reception that all the medalists have had today. Just makes the hairs on your arms stand up.
It's been incredible. The crowds are electric. What an fun atmosphere and reception for the athletes.
Well, they weren't able to have this 4 years ago because of COVID restrictions. But my word, it was almost like we were in the Netherlands, the amount of noise being sung for the Dutch national anthem.
Kamscher really egging them on, giving them the, come on, let's enjoy this moment.
And to be fair, when Boucher was winning, getting his medal, it was like we were in France. That's what's been so fantastic about this venue, isn't it?
A special moment for every one of the athletes who has the opportunity to stand on the Paralympic podium.
De Langen's been charged with taking the selfie, but everyone's been lost in congratulatory hugs. We're trying to peel Di Silvestro out from the rest of the Italian team. There you go, he's been got now. Stick that on the wall, he's in the middle, you could say he's got gold.
A few fans in the background trying to sneak into the image as well.
Participation in today's events. Before you go,
well, it's been an emotional day in Cortina d'Ampezzo. Day 4 of these Paralympic Winter Games 2026, who's dished up 6 different gold medal winners. Gold for Austria, Sweden and Spain in the women's competition. Italy, France and the Netherlands in gold. Another marvellous day of skiing at the Milano Cortina 2026 Paralympic Winter Games.